Hello everybody, my name is Koutnyy and let's speak about piece exchanging, about the right piece exchanging. And for this reason I have here the game Ushenina and Kolbus. Every times where it will be chance for some exchanging, I will stop my video and I will ask you what you think, if it's the right move to exchange the pieces right now or no. First break is here, and of course, if I will ask you now what do you think about this exchange, you will tell me that of course white is happy, because white will exchange his passive bishop for really the most active black piece on d3, and what's more, he's taking back his pawn. So this exchange is absolutely the right exchange, and white is doing the good job to take on d3. Okay, let's speak about space, because space is one of the most important factor in our chess game, and side without space is every time looking for piece exchanging, because less space mean less pieces, and less pieces mean less troubles. Okay, if we are white, and let's speak that we are white, for us it's not every time great idea to exchange more pieces. We have more space, we have bigger chances for piece activity, and for us it's the good idea to keep as long as much our pieces in the game. So that was another break, and okay, after move e4, I will show this picture one more time. Let's speak about space. 3 pawns on 4th rank are taking squares on 5th ranks. So that's another picture why it's important to speak about space. White's got more space, he got more chances to be active, but black is playing only over the last 3 ranks and he's passive. Okay, knight to a6, of course this knight is going to b4. In every position is of course the most difficult job to find the right squares for our rooks. Here there is no open files, so we have to hope for one file which will be open soon, and for many reasons one believe that it will be the open file, and for this reason he is going rook to d1, knight to b4. Of course our queen is under attack, we are going to e2 and a5. In every game it's important to bring all our pieces to game and then to improve our pieces. Okay, now white played knight to e5, and now she bring the last piece to game. Knight to d7, and that's another time for us. What do you think about this exchange? Do you think that this exchange is the right exchange for white, or is the right exchange for black? Because if it's the right for black, it doesn't make sense to exchange this knight. What do you think? It's your answer, it's your time. Yes, of course. The first story about this position is that white's knight is more active than black's knight on d7. So it doesn't make sense to exchange our maybe the best piece for one of the worst black pieces. Second, we have more space. Still, we have more space, so there's no chance, no change, and for this reason it's not good idea to exchange these knights. And white went on c4. This is the right move. Don't exchange your pieces without any big reason. Okay, what's happened if black is playing knight to b6? Now, what do you think? Another break, another questions to you. Is the right idea to exchange these knights right now or no? Yes, now we have the reason. That's the difference. Because if we will take on b6, we are playing d5. And of course, black's queen on b6 is under attack. This maybe will go to c7, and we are taking on e6, and we exchange one knight for a new big weakness on e6. That's the reason. We did a good job because we have a target. That's a good business to us. But black played here rook to a6. Okay, still every position has some rules. This position is speaking about the worst piece. If you don't know what to play, if you don't see any tactics and threats, find your worst placed piece and improved. And if white believe for open d file, makes sense to go rook to d2 and rook to d1. So that's a good move in good position, and let's go there. Of course, black's hope is for open e file, and for this reason he is playing rook to e8. Maybe I will show you move d5, and if this move will happen, of course black was right, because black has open e file. Yes, but we are not playing what black love to see, but we are playing our best moves, and we know that this rook is the worst our piece, and this rook belongs to d1. Bishop to f8, bishop to f4, of course d6 is a weakness, and black to move, playing knight to b6. One more questions to you, and what do you think, is the right move to exchange these knights or no? White to move. And I hope you said no. Of course, we have more space. Knight on b6 is not the best black's piece, so that means is no reason to exchange this knight. Still, we have space, so no change. And white played a really good move, and she played knight to e3. Both knights, I mean knights on b6 and b4, are bad knights without any big future. So white to exchange this bad knight. Okay, bishop to d6, and another time for us. Another time for our chess improvement. What do you think? Is good idea to take this bishop on d6 or no? Yes. Of course no. If we will take on d6, we are going to improve black's queen. Black's queen is not the best piece on d8, but maybe should be the best black's piece on d6. You can see this improvement. Why we should help black to improve his pieces? No way. Yes, of course, in this position it's difficult to avoid piece exchanging. For this reason, we have to find the right way how to do it. And white played bishop to g3. It's a really good move. Why? For example, if black is taking on g3, we are taking by a pawn, and we should get open h file. Yes, of course, it's not a victory, it's another advantage. I told you, every time when we are exchanging our pieces, it's good to ask ourselves what we are getting for this missing piece. Okay, black found it that his worst placed piece is rook on a6. Of course, this rook is a bad rook on a6 and is doing nothing there. For this reason, good move is to improve his bad piece, and he played right. He played rook to a8. Of course, if he will take here, we have open h file, and maybe we should go one day maybe rook to h1, and we should start attack. So for this reason, this exchange is not the best exchange. Black played rook to e8, and now I made for you another picture. If you see black's kingside position, this position is without any defenders, or black's army is on the left side. Of course, this is a bad army doing nothing, is full of bad soldiers and bad pieces, and the right side of the chessboard is without defenders. So it's the right time to be active, where our opponent doesn't have pieces, and for this reason this was the right move. Yes, Anna is playing really well. Now b3, beautiful move. Knight on b6 is lost, and of course We have knight here, but this knight has to be here because he's defending pawn on a4, and maybe we like to be happy to go somewhere here by our knight just to start attack. It's not a good idea to keep our knight for defense. It's a good idea to have our knights for attack, and b3 is a beautiful move because from now knight on b6 is terrible bad placed knight. He doesn't have any squares to go forward and he's lost on b6. Knight to e2, of course we have time to improve this knight, and knight to g4, move by move. White is improving his position and he's trying to bring his pieces into the right part of the chessboard, and he's preparing chess attack or attack. Black took on g3, and now what's happened? Yes, white exchange one pair of bishops, but he got open h file. Yes, maybe now it's hard to see what white will do there, but believe me that soon there will be a really strong attack. Okay, f6. Yes, of course, here's the weak square waiting for our knight. For this reason, f6. In every middle game, believe me, is good to be active. And active you are if you are attacking black's weaknesses. And for example, this knight is a weak knight because it's without any defenders. For this reason, white is playing just now to c5, and she is looking for move rook to a6. Another lost piece. So watch this position. 3 black's soldiers are lost there. They are doing nothing, and that's a really good game, good performance of Anna. Okay, knight to e3. Another time for exchange. What do you think? Is the right time for us to exchange these queens or no? Of course, you are right that no. If we are attacking, we have more space. Why to exchange this queen and maybe wait for the right moment? Yes, of course, now don't take this queen because this will not bring us another advantage. Here, white played move g4. Why? Because it's up to black if he believes for this exchange, and I'm sure that not, because if black will take on c5, we are taking by d pawn, and of course it's open d file. It's something what we are looking for from the opening. When we bring our rooks to d file, we are hoping for open d file, and this position is terrible, bad for black, maybe is lost even. So yes, black see that this exchange is not good to him, and he's not exchanging these queens. Knight to d7, queen to c4, and queen to c3, knight to g3, and yes, this knight is starting to be active. Okay, knight to h5, and now if you remember move b3, when we got knight on c3, because this knight has to defend pawn on a4, and I told you that white played move b3 because he liked to free this knight, and this is the price. Maybe not the right. Knight on c3 is the best piece on h5, from the worst to best. That's nice picture how we're strong to improve our worst pieces and win our game. Okay, went to e7, f3, and yes, how to get open h file. One day we are going to f2, and of course we are going here. Somehow we are trying to attack on h7. Still, it's for black too difficult to find any exchange, and of course white still gets more space, and black's is really passive. So one more time for exchange. I'm sure that black is not happy to exchange one more time these queens because white will get open d file. So he went to d7 and now white went to f2, knight to f4, g3. Of course, white is ready to start to be active on h file, but still no exchanging. Okay, let's be faster. Open h file is nice. Of course, attacking on a5 and making space for another rook. And what's happened? One exchange on g3, open h file, and white is attacking over h file. Okay, he's going there. Knight to d7, and that is nice attack. h6, knight to c4, no exchanging, still improving pieces, and c5. Okay, what do you think is the right time to exchange these pawns? No, we are not interested to exchange pawns without any big reason, without any new advantage. For this reason, d5. Yes, of course, this d pawn is a strong pawn and maybe in the endgame will be a winning pawn. Take by knight. And why is the right time to exchange these knights? Yes, because knight on b4 is the most active black piece. So it's a good idea to exchange the most active black piece, last active black piece, and right now black doesn't have any good pieces. You know, watch these pieces, they are not playing on the last 3 ranks like in the beginning, but now they are playing over last 2 ranks. That's a huge passivity, and that's the reason why white is happy. Of course, here is now open d file, so let's go there fast and take this advantage. So now it will be faster playing over d file, and no more exchanging, just improving. Knight to f5, e5, and king to c4. So now this game is not such interesting. It's still a beauty. It's beautiful chess game. Exchange and endgame. Okay, in endgame, watch, still we are in the move nearly 60 and black remains passive. Let's go there faster. This is the endgame. This is another story, and I have for you the last question. It will be here. What do you think what to play? Yes, remember that is the good time to exchange the most active black piece, and this piece is here. Yes, simple, check, and of course this endgame is won for white. So just small reminding what we saw. If we have more space, it's good to us not exchange pieces without any big reason. If we are exchanging pieces, we are doing only if we have the reason, if we get a new advantage, if our opponent has a new weakness. And that's the technique which I like to share with you. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you saw interesting chess lesson and you saw great game of Anna Ushenina. Well done to Anna, and I hope you enjoyed. So one more time, thank you for every like and follow. I hope I will see you soon in our another YouTube chess video, and maybe next time I will have for you another good video. Thank you, see you soon, bye bye.